Okay, so this is going to be my review of Wolverine versus the X-Men, which is the second story arc in the Jason Aaron Wolverine run. And yeah, I'm also going to talk about Wolverine number 9, which is kind of like an epilogue piece to this story arc in the first one. So yeah, I'm going to, even though it's not really a part of this, because technically this story is 3 issues, but I decided, you know what, it's kind of an epilogue to the first 2 story arcs, so I might as well just add that in there. Anyway, so the story is, it takes place literally right after Wolverine gets his soul out of hell, and now it's back in his body. Trouble is, the demons in his body that are inhabiting it, they don't want to leave. They have no intention of leaving, and Wolverine is Wolverine's trapped in his own mind as he's attempting to get these demons out. But the problem is that the X-Men, several of the X-Men are, they're kind of like, look, Wolverine's been mind controlled before, and it's hasn't exactly gone well for anyone. And Cyclops makes this choice of, look, he may be not under his own control, but he needs to be put down. He's already killed people, so we need to stop this. So in that we have basically Wolverine, Emma, Cyclops, Namor, and Magneto and several other X-Men out to pretty much stop him. And in here, Wolverine in his mind is trying to fight his way past all these demons. Now, Wolverine, it's actually kind of cool because when Wolverine actually encounters the demons and he goes and the demons are pretty much like, no, we ain't leaving. We're gonna hollow out your mind, destroy everything about you, and then we're gonna permanently control this body. But Wolverine goes in the inner sanctums of his mind, which he's built like a Japanese Bushido fortress, and he unleashes all his different parts of his mind to protect himself. And when I say different parts of his mind, I mean all the people he was as a person, from his identity as Patch, from his Weapon X Wolverine, to what he calls the Berserker, to the Wolverine with the bone claws, all these different types of Wolverine you've seen. And they're all there in Wolverine's head, and he just gears up in this big samurai armor, and he's just like, we're gonna fight, if we're going down, we're gonna go down, taking several of them with us. So, that's what I really like. This was a really fun story. It's a nice little continuation piece of basically, yeah, Wolverine may have not been in control of his actions, but that doesn't exactly, make everything right as rain, and Cyclops, as much as he doesn't like doing this. He actually says, yeah, I'm not a fan of doing this, but he needs to be stopped or he's going to kill a lot more people. What I also like about this is that even, when the demons control Wolverine, he's not just, possessed Wolverine. He actually can use, this demonic Wolverine can actually use the different powers of different demons. Like when Magneto takes hold of Cyclops, basically he takes hold of Wolverine, he actually is about to pull the adamantium out of him. Like he hasn't done that before. But what happens is that Wolverine, all the demons inside of Wolverine, psych Magneto out and reveal, yeah, we possessed a demon, we possessed a Nazi that tortured you as a kid. Ha ha, how you doing? So, Magneto's freaked the fuck out. Namor gets his ass kicked underwater by the demonic Wolverine. And meanwhile, Dr. Nemesis and Fathom X are trying their damnedest to come up with something that can kill Wolverine. And also, some of the X-Men gather up and join Emma to join into Wolverine's mental fight in his mind. Also among them is Wolverine's now ex-girlfriend, Melita, who actually I kind of dug in this story. I thought she was a lot of fun. What I really like about this is that Melita is just an ordinary girl. She's not like a Yakuza boss. She's not superpowered. She's not anything. She's just this normal girl who Wolverine, if you remember Melita, Wolverine saved her from a bunch of muggers, and she just kind of gravitated towards him. And it's kind of funny because there's actually a .1 issue I read of Wolverine where she sets up this big birthday for Wolverine, and all the X-Men and Avengers show up. And while this is going on, Wolverine's fighting a pair of cannibals in Canada, and then he shows up, and the whole time Melita's trying to get this shindig together, all the other people are saying yeah, she has no idea what she's in for. Because let's face it, guys, Logan's a really hard person to care about. Well, what I mean is he's a really hard person to love because he doesn't let anybody in there. And why I'm saying this is because it really ties into what happens in here. You know, what happens in this story, because Melita actually is the one who's begging everyone not to kill Wolverine, and she's the one who's like, yeah, let's just go in his head and do it. Let's go save him. And yeah, there's a lot of fun in here. Emma alongside Kitty and Jubilee, who's, yeah, still a vampire, and yeah, Rogue. Yeah, Rogue as well. So they all go in there, they fight the demons as well, and it's also kind of funny because there's this scene where they all get together, you know, where they're all peeking into different parts of his mind, like they're looking into different parts of Logan's mind. And there's this one part where Jubilee opens a door that says, X-Men I've had sex with, and she just goes, okay, the danger room is not supposed to be used like that. And it does make you wonder, who's he been banging? Like, who's he been using holograms to bang? I'm confused by this. There's also when Rogue looks into a door that says, how I cheat at cards, and she goes, I fucking knew it! Best one was when Emma looks into Wolverine's sexual fantasies. Yeah, that's an actual room in his head where she looks, and it's a dominatrix room with her, Squirrel Girl, Valkyrie, and Psylocke. Yeah. Oh man, like I was like, man, you have got some thing, and they're all there to, you know, pull a 50 Shades of Grey on Logan in his head. And I'm just thinking to myself, he has got some issues. Anyway. But yeah, I also like how in here we see all, you know, we also get to see Kurt, who, remember, at this time was still dead. He was killed in the I think it was Necrotia story arc, or no, it was some Second Coming. That's it. He died in Second Coming, and then in that time he was actually in heaven. Yeah, Kurt's actually in heaven, and he actually traveled into, as a spirit, he traveled into Logan's mind alongside Jean. Although he does have Jean, but it's kind of left up to, is it Jean from heaven, or is it a part of his subconscious? It is it is Kurt from heaven. He actually came down to heaven to help fight these demons, but it's kind of left to interpretation of what, of the Jean manifestation was. And yeah, it was a really, this was a really fun story arc. The epilogue, it was a lot of fun, and yeah, Wolverine at the end of this is like, yeah, I don't know who the Red Right Hand are, but I'm going to kill every last fucking one of them. And if you have read the story arc, then you know who the Red Right Hand are, and yeah, it doesn't end well for Logan at the least. So the Red Right is, so in this epilogue story, Wolverine goes out to hunt down Mystique, who's the one who was also responsible for sending him to hell. And he also encounters a new enemy called Lord Deathstrike, who, his entrance scene is literally him putting together a .50 caliber sniper rifle, because he gets this, now follow with me. He gets a contract to kill someone in China, but he and the clients go to Argentina. He puts together a sniper rifle right in front of them, then fires it off in the ground. It goes through the center of the earth and comes out through China and out the guy's chest. It's totally implausible, but it's fucking awesome. It's totally fucking implausible, but I was like, that is awesome. It makes no goddamn sense, but that is awesome. Yeah. So long story short, at the end of this story arc, when the Red Right Hand send Lord Deathstrike to kill Mystique, Wolverine actually stops him and he kills Mystique, and then, yeah, her body gets sold off. It actually gets sold. Yeah, her body gets sold at this black market deal of where her body gets sold to the Hand. Yeah, it gets sold to the Hand. But anyway, all in all, just another cool story arc. Again, I really like how Wolverine, he keeps fighting, not because he wants to live, but more like, no, I want to live because there's a whole bunch of people I am going to send to hell for sending me to hell. So that's kind of the big thing, is that he's just like, yeah, I'm angry. I am very angry. Anyway. This is, again, Jason Aaron does some fun character pieces, and I think it's really cool that we get, this is more or less, it takes right off the heels of the Wolverine in Hell story, And from there, it really does, we really get to see what goes on in Wolverine's head, and a lot of it's kind of gross. Again, really fun story, and yeah, if you're a fan of Wolverine, I suggest picking up the Jason Aaron run. It's a lot of fun. But anyway, once again, hope you all enjoyed this, and I will see you guys later.